Is this Arkveld manifesting guardian powers?
You guys are not ready for this. Hello, my fellow hunters. Seeing Blossom Dance back once again after nearly a year, signifying the beginning of a month-long anniversary festival spectacular filled to the brim with new goodliness to goodly do. Well, it's enough to make a grown man cry. But the star of the show, of course, is arch-tempered Arkveld. Head over to Alma then, and as you open Event Quest, feel the chill in the air, the shudder down your spine, as 5 10-star arch-tempered monsters stare you in the face, ready to put Hunter on cart, and freedom from solitude, Arkveld new amongst them. He will reward battle-tempered emblem like they all will, which is looking to be quite the potent reward. And, you know, every hunter's dream. Oh my god, Shatterseal. Oh, I can't wait. I'll be bringing you a dedicated spotlight on that very, very soon. Worry ye not. But in any case, let's do this thing.
It's a challenging quest, but that just makes for a sweeter victory.
Sure, Alma. Sure. That's one way to put it. Of course, we'll be covering literally everything this anniversary festival has, everything you can do, everything new, so do keep an eye out for that. But, yes, Arkveld, arch-tempered in Wyveria. Even Fulgur Anjanath is incredibly erect and excited, and who can really blame him? I think we all have that in common. Anyway, so arch-tempered Arkveld. You can find him deep down below in the bottom of Wyveria, which is honestly a lovely touch, hearkening to the story when we first faced him here in his nest with his piles of bodies. He is then absolutely spectacular, unquestioningly the best and honestly most intense arch-tempered ever. The amount of new moves, variations, and mix-up combos he has is outrageous. He is overwhelming, he is fast, he is damaging, and above all, he is goddamn fun. I am getting my veritable arse handed to me, and I could not be happier. This is not a pretty display. This is a beatdown, and damn it, Arkveld deserves to be the one giving it. It really is something special, and the theme that he has, they really have knocked it out the park. Considering that the final new monster has to be an arch-tempered in Arkveld here, they've basically taken all the steps possible to make it feel as fresh, impactful, and climactic as they can, and the result is a really, really engaging take on what is already an incredibly satisfying monster to fight. It really feels like arch-tempered Nergigante and just how good he was, but taken up to an entirely different level, and basically, yeah, just enjoy the sweet pain of this sweet hunt. And obviously, while not the hardest hunt in the game, he certainly makes a claim for it. I only think Omega is definitively harder. Everything else you could easily argue he outdoes, but obviously he is that 10-star, and the other 4 arch-tempereds have that 10-star form too. And that is all before you get to the moment. The moment that he really summons up his guardian juice, and then it really feels like you are just fighting a hybrid subspecies amped up and changed merger of the two Arkvelds. It is absolutely furious in its pace, and the amount of Wilk crystals, explosions, the white energy coming back once again, It is nothing short of breathtaking, and I really cannot stress enough just how both good and different this version of Arkveld is. In fact, there's a load of stuff I don't even want to spoil. Just get in there and experience, essentially, you know, it's kind of the primordial Malzenoing of Arkveld. Not as intense of a visual change, but in terms of the fight feeling so unique compared to the base form, yeah. And to say it's an arch-tempered, where, you know, you're supposed to get a bit more health damage, a couple moves maybe, and some variations, this is above anything I was hoping for, and I am just so happy. And of course, the rewards for beating them are great. A battle-tempered emblem is worth as much as a gem when it comes to reinforcing gogma as an example, and then we get the highest quality of charm with the highest chance to turn into the best ones, which is just incredibly good. In any case, though, the armor. That is what matters. The final arch-tempered set, the final gamma set. And indeed, it is a single one, not for a Guardian and regular split. But as you can already see, level 5 weakness exploit, flayer, and full convert element, it might as well be both of them. As we put it on and see that deep scar across, wow, it is something else. And for the set bonus, they have thankfully gone for Arkveld's Hunger, Hasten Recovery, regenerate health from just attacking. With wounds being so rare now, especially on these 10 stars, let me tell you, like, wow. It is much better to be getting health like this than waiting for that rare wound. So that is very nice, and indeed it does come with the Lord's Soul. There was a little bit of like, he's technically not one of the 4 apexes, so is it going to be something unique? But no, it is Lord's Soul, and that's good because we want it to be part of that set. And I just can't get over how good it looks. Like, this is the most actually, like, intensely changed and cool arch-tempered armor set just ever. So if we look at the individual pieces, oh my god, the helm, 3 weakness exploit by itself. You can just kind of feel the, you know what, it's the final armor set, it's ultra endgame, Wilds is going on ice until master rank, have the ridiculous set. And this is ridiculous. You gotta remember that a good piece of armor for our arch-tempereds, you know, kind of is in the region of these double 3 slots. Ergo, 2 ranks of weakness exploit, 2 ranks of agitator, and then essentially no other skills on it. Same with Raydao gloves. Obviously that got, you know, crept a little bit with dahaad, with new udra and such, but make no mistake, 3 ranks of weakness exploit and then still space for your counter-strike, your maximum might. This is absolutely impeccable. The chest then, all 3 ranks of convert element, which is just kind of nutty cuckoo bananas. Like, convert element is not a bad skill, it's just hard to get. The talisman going up to 2 ranks was nice, but getting the 3rd one means, you know, forcing in the pre-gamma Arkveld, and 1 rank was just fine. The extra splashes of dragon you get from it are decent, but it's, you know, it's very much on the fringe. It's a luxury elemental skin, unless you're going, like, all in on a fun dragon build. Whereas just being able to whack all 3 of it on, and then still get a 3 slot and a 2 slot, suddenly this makes it so much more attractive. And adding just the ability to get extra big hits against monsters that use element that can trigger it is going to be a really serious thing to think about for a lot of weapons, a lot of elemental shenanigans, and of course anyone actually using dragon weapons. This is really cool to see. And this is all before we even get to any flayer, which after the buff that it got, 1 rank of is really decent, and the others aren't too bad either. Again, a kind of luxury skill outside of the 1 rank, which you could argue is just a really worthwhile DPS increase and quite valuable to prioritize. So as we go on to the gloves here, 2 more weakness exploit and 2 flayer with 2 1 slots. Ah, it's so good. This is 4 ranks of a 3-slot decoration skill on one piece of armor, guys. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. You put on the helmet and the gloves, you've maxed weakness exploit, and you've got value flayer with slots left over, and that's 2 pieces of Lord's Soul done and dusted. Which is obviously really, really efficient and really, really strong. We go over to the waist, which is honestly probably the weakest piece. Yes, getting all 3 ranks of elemental absorption, again, really isn't a bad thing. And also, just the fact that this finishes Flayer, Convert, Element, Element Absorption, and Weakness Exploit as an armor set. In any case, it's a nice bit of element, does Elemental Absorption add. And for elementally focused builds, being able to just whack all 3 of them and get a rank of value Flayer with a couple 2 slots, that actually has potential. We might well see the very elementally greedy setups like a Charge Blade, SAAD look at these, because it's a nice efficient way to just consistently get as high element as possible. In any case, none of these pieces are weak. Some of them are more niche than others, some of them are universally god tier armor like the helmet, but they are all really, really strong pieces. And then the boots, again, remember, double 3-slot is still solid because you can put 2 ranks of a 3-slot skill in. So getting an extra 2 flayer on top, yeah, that's really, really nice. And it's essentially almost the same as the gloves. 2 weakness exploit, 2 flayer, and 2 1-slots. And then you could put in 2 weakness exploit, 2 flayer, and if you pretend to use the 1-slots on blight resistance, it would be the same. Obviously, the gloves are the better piece because of the 1-slot flexibility. The legs on the whole are the worst piece, and that is ridiculous to say. Outside maybe the waist, because again, elemental absorption is a lot more niche, but in terms of just kind of genericness, because where elemental absorption is good, this is very good. So this actually being in contention for maybe one of the weaker pieces, despite being 2 flayer and 2 3-slots, is just outrageous. Needless to say, guys, this armor set is absolutely cracked. Every piece has a use case, and we're going to see some serious upgrades to our best builds, mixing in, of course, with the gogmazios, the various set bonuses we all need. Lord Souls suddenly got a lot better to choose from, and I think the other archtempers are kind of, sort of, gonna get left behind. But you know what? That's alright, because this is the final update, this is the final arch-tempered, it's time to just go nuts. Oh, let me know what you guys think then. This is so exciting. For now, look forward to all of the details regarding this. We will be bringing you everything and indeed updating builds very soon once I get down to that maths. Subscribe for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below. I am so happy we get to end high rank wilds with a bang, and so much to use it on. Getting these powerful sets to then farm the 10 stars for the battle scarred emblems, the better talismans, it's just a really nice little bow to cap off an incredibly evolved, difficult, and satisfying endgame. Wild has grown so much, and this really just encapsulates it. In any case, yes, for now, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.